What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and today is kind of a different style of video. Um, Normally I don't make videos like this, but I feel like it's good to just kind of bring awareness out there. I hope that the developers are watching this video, and I'm sure that some of the things that I'm gonna talk about today are some of the things that a lot of the community kind of shares together, and things that we hope improve together as a community. I feel like I've I've spoken with a lot of people and read a lot of comments and seen all different concerns, and it all comes down to like a lot of the similar things. Um, One of the main things right now that I'm seeing a lot of people be mad about is the pay to win aspect of the game, right? The thing about games like this is that a lot of us understand that there's definitely going to be aspects of the games that are going to be pay to win, right? Because you need the funding for the game to keep the game going. However, to what extent is it going to go, right? For example, one of the things for me that I feel like is something that we've been asking for from the get-go is transparency, communication with us, right? We keep getting hit from left field, and like I've explained to some people in my chats, like, listen, I sometimes things are gonna come out of the left field. It's their game, right? It's almost like if someone comes to your house and be like, "Why are you doing this?" Well, it's my house. Like, I'm gonna do what I want. But that's besides the case. What I'm trying to get at is, for a game perspective, it's a lot about transparency and communicating with the community. Like, what do you guys want? What do you guys want to improve? And I feel like if they do a lot of focus on that, they'll definitely help improve the game, without blindsiding people so much, right? For example, one of the things that I've openly said before that could potentially really hurt the game is passports. I'll even link a description of that video here at the end, of my little rant slash TED talk. As soon as I heard migration or passports were coming, I'm like, dude, oh no. Let me tell you guys, migration was one of the reasons why I personally stopped playing Rise of Kingdoms. It was so difficult to find the kingdom that was willing to accept me. So like, my account essentially on paper was inactive, but I wanted to come back and enjoy and play the game, right? But for one, the passports were pretty expensive. Someone did the math. I think they said Rise of Kingdoms is way more expensive. I'm not sure. Maybe someone in the comments below can say which one's more expensive. But ultimately, I couldn't find the home. I couldn't find the home. I was banished. I got zeroed, even though I told them I was gonna come back. Like, it didn't matter, right? A lot of top kingdoms are very hardcore in that sense of like, well, if you were AFK for a season or even 2 seasons, in my case, no excuse for that. Life happens, man. Life happens, and that's very unfortunate. But if you want to return back to a game and now you can't because of either cost or just your ability to find one, which is a whole nother conversation, right? But the main thing I'm trying to get at is being able to afford it. I don't see, like, I get it, you know, they can make some pretty good money from the passports, but people are gonna end up quitting the game. People legit are gonna end up just stop playing the game. Like, oh dang. For example, right? I know a few other content creators have been talking about this too, but it's like, if you're not happy in the kingdom, but now you're stuck there because you have a 90-day cooldown. So it's like, why is there a cooldown? So many things can happen from season to season, and having that cooldown in place, what is 100% gonna have some people end up quitting the game, which, you know, a lot of us don't want to see happen. You know what I mean? A lot of us don't want to see that happen. A lot of us love this game. We want to see that change. For me personally, I know I'm asking for a lot and probably won't happen, but just have it be more affordable, man. Like, why do I have to spend $385 to migrate 100 million Power Plus account? That is crazy, right? Some of you may argue like, oh, well, you're 100 mil, you should be able to afford that. Like, it's not really about that. There's so many other parts of the game that are still have a pay to win aspect, which kind of, you guys can kind of hear me. This is a lot, definitely a bit of a rant. So, you know, just bear with me. I kind of bounce back and forth between things, but it has to be like a balance between like pay to win stuff at the same time just being open with your people. For example, one of the biggest things for me that I dislike very much to this day is how daily elixir got nerfed. Like, why? Like, I mean, you guys can tell by just my voice of how I feel about this, and a lot of other members in the community feel the same way. It's like, we want to play your game, but you keep nerfing daily elixir production. I spend a decent amount of money in the game, so I'm able to resource heal. However, like, a large majority of the game is probably arguably low to mid spend, right? Based off some surveys that I have seen. So it's like a lot of people really don't have the money to resource heal all the time, you know, yet alone, you know, daily elixir production, depending on how many troops you have, it's only like 400, 500, 600 at the highest. You know what I mean? For my account, once I had villages and everything, I was at like 850 or 900, which is not bad, right? I mean, I'm also 130 million power. Other people are substantially lower than that. Like, for example, like, okay, I get it. You want to make resources more affordable for people to actually buy resources and kind of go down that road to incur revenue for the game. But why nerf the little guy? You know, why hurt the little guy? I mean, with the daily elixir production, like, they need to bring that back and then some. They need to make it really good. Really good. What that number is exactly, I'm not 100% sure. That's definitely open for debate. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think would be a good daily elixir production for people to. I personally think, and some of you guys are like, oh yeah, he's reaching for that. But, you know, and I'll please say, I'm like, I feel like everyone should have a base of 1 million production a day. 1 million. And some people are like, oh, no, that's too much. Like, dude, what? Anyone knows that in an active war, you're going to go through that like butter. Like butter, dude. Like absolute butter. And my kind of whole theory behind it is like the more daily elixir production, like I said, my number's 1 million. And then you can build on that based on villages, policies, and all kinds of other stuff, right? Maybe get it up there like 1.2, 1.3, depending on what it is, right? My whole idea with that is, yeah, you might lose out on some money in terms of people buying resources, but you're going to have people playing your game a lot more, and you're also going to draw a lot more attraction from other games, right? Like, this game is, you know, yeah, it is pay to win, but it is also free to play friendly, meaning like, yeah, you're not going to be like a top fighter out there, but you're going to actually be able to sit down and enjoy the game for a few hours if you want. You know what I mean? That's definitely something that always kind of makes me mad is when I see daily elixir production. So I feel like one way to win the people, because there's a lot of people that are very upset with the way that the game has been going. So I feel like those little things, right, of like improving daily elixir production would definitely go a long way with the community. It would show hope within the game. Like, okay, the devs are, you know, listening to us to like stop nerfing it, and you know, and going forward, like, just stop nerfing certain things. For example, right now one of the hottest topics is the alliance points. You know what I mean? One of the hottest topics is the alliance points, because it's like, you know, people are already struggling as it is. People are already struggling as it is. Oh well. People are already struggling as it is to buy passports, right? They're joining farm alliances and farming freaking one troop towers, right? And then bam, it got nerfed. Like, what? It was saying that it wasn't supposed to be that way, but those are the little things that make people mad. It's like, yeah, okay, like it was already bad enough that people had to spend so many hours to get X amount of freaking alliance points, and now it gets nerfed. Like, oof, that is a bad look. You know what I mean? And like I said, I get, like, a lot of us, when we talk about these conversations, we get that it's a very, you know, they're a company, they need funds, they need to do that, right? Another thing that I wanted to talk about that I feel like would be really good for the game is, instead of like pay to win style add-ons, how about like some cosmetics, right? Some people are like, nah, people are not gonna spend money on cosmetics. Look at Fortnite. Like, you know what I mean? Arguably all their stuff is cosmetics, if not all of it. Nothing is like pay to win. Like, oh, you know, you're paying $700 a month or $1,000 or whatever you're paying to have 10% more attack per shot. You know what I mean? So I feel like those are things that bringing in cosmetics could definitely help. Like, you can legit just buy a city skin. It doesn't even have to do anything crazy, right? You can buy different things for your pets, right? Different animation styles for the skills, right? You can get, like, you know, just like I said, like different little cosmetics for them to do. You can get little charms from, like, just a bunch of stuff that you can do with your pets, right? I think it can get really creative with the pets wise. And I personally, even I would spend some money on that. You know what I mean? I'd spend some money on that, like some little cosmetics for the pets, or even more revenues, cosmetics for the heroes themselves, of how they look, right? Like, if they get X amount of kills, right? If they get X amount of PvP kills, they get like additional armor, just like all cosmetic stuff, you know. Maybe after you hit like 100 million kills, like you get a little scar on the cheek, or I don't know, some that I could be stretching with that, but you know, that could be one thing there too. Even for the troop types, right? Even for the troop types, you can get like different styles that you can add on there that you can buy for your heroes. Different little cosmetics that I mean, the opportunity's endless there as far as the cosmetic side of things. And like I said, this is, you know, I'll see what you guys think about this style of video. This is more or less of just kind of speaking out what a lot of people in the community have been talking about. And what we can improve on. The other thing too that I wanted to touch on is the dead troops. Man, oh man. A lot of us are getting PTSD from Rise of Kingdoms because it's starting to turn into just that. I know that in the past I was all for, and I still am for, bringing over features from Rise of Kingdoms. Like, why not? Like, anything extra for the game is cool. Obviously some new stuff would be more refreshing, but as long as they have some stuff coming in, you know, like, I'll be fairly happy. However, there's people that took millions of deads. I personally didn't take that many deads because we didn't really have crazy pass fights like other people did. I think the percentage for dead troops needs to be reduced 100%. Like, once again, I feel like it's hurting a large population of people that are kind of starting to feel like they're getting left behind. Right? Because it's like, yeah, some of these Krakens and whales, like, they're gonna go through millions of troops or whatever. But what about, you know, the low to mid spend player, right? That arguably some of them are even more passionate. Like, they might not spend as much, but they probably spend more time on the game compared to other whales. I feel like that can go a long way. What those percentages are, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm just kind of brainstorming out loud with you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What would it be like a reasonable percentage for deads, if any? I did a poll on it one time on my stream, and I wish I would have kept a screenshot, but most people were saying to just reduce the amount of deads, which I was surprised. I thought that most people would say just get rid of the deads completely, right? But actually, a lot of people were like, just reduce it. You know what I mean? Kind of touching back to the whole transparency or whatever. Just talking with the community and things that we want to see improve. For example, like my boy Sneaky has mentioned, like, where's the skill lock at? Like, there's literally a video made of skill lock, and yet it's not here. You know what I mean? I think there's like a few other things that they said that were coming. Or just open communication, right? Like, and I keep saying that, but it's very important. For example, like, where's the new civilization? Right? Where's the new civilization? Like, people are very curious about that. You know, even the simple video of like, hey guys, I know you guys are excited for the new civilization. However, we've encountered, X problems and we're working on them. We appreciate your guys' patience. Here's like a little teaser of what's coming. You know what I mean? Like, just something, dude. Something can go a very long way. For another thing too, what happened, I feel like we don't even get, we really don't really get teasers with the new commanders anymore. Like, there needs to be like a sense of a build-up, kind of like when you're doing a promotion for a fight, right? We see it like, oh, this person said this person said that, and now they had a conference, and there's kind of like a build-up to it. For a lot of the new heroes coming out and artifacts and features, there hasn't been any teasers, and I feel like those teasers would be really, really good to keep us engaged as a community and for what's coming up to the game. Because it's like, we hear nothing, and then it's like, here's an update. Okay, 7 days later, here's the new commanders. Like, we appreciate it, but I feel like it could be done so much better. Think about the amount of players that have quit from that time to now that are like, oh, I might stick around for that hero, or I might stick around for some of those new features that are coming with that Depths of Winter update that are coming. Let's see, I honestly don't even remember exactly what we covered, guys. Like I said, this is more of a rant style video of me being pretty upset. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Pretty upset of how certain things are going. And besides touching on the negative, I do obviously have to put a disclaimer. Like, I still love the game, right? The game mechanics, a lot of the things in the game, mainly is a lot of the fighting that is very fun in the game, keeping me still playing the game. I always try to be very transparent with you guys. Make sure that you guys put in the comment section below things that you guys want to see change. I know a lot of issues right now are around migration specifically. Like, for example, I'm in a kingdom right now in my Baby Guns account, my other account, where we're not acting enough to take dragon. We're not acting enough to take dragon. We can't even take a rock over there. I'm fortunate enough that I do have money to be able to migrate out of there, but there's other people in that realm that are screwed. Legit, there's free-to-play players that are in that kingdom that just completely lost hope. Why? Because it's going to take them God knows how long. I think I watched one of Boss Nasty's videos recently. I think he did the math on it. Something ridiculous, like a year, something crazy for like a bigger accounts or whatever. But yeah, I mean, you're going to be farming alliance merits, but what do you do when now the officers quit? You know what I mean? Now the officers quit. Now no one's building buildings. Now you're just stuck. There needs to be a solution for those players that are stuck. What that solution is, I don't know, maybe increase the cap, right? Because I think it was only like 3 million power accounts can go into certain kingdoms. without counting towards the algorithm. I don't know what, like, how they're gonna have to do that, but they do need to think about a lot of the players that are stuck out there. Um, whether that's because they can't take dragon, whether that's because there's internal conflict and they're on cooldown, whether that's because they can't afford it. I personally think the passports are just too expensive, dude. Another thing, let me know in the comment section below, right? Maybe a developer is watching it and like, okay, like if you guys are saying they're too expensive, then what would you guys think is reasonable? You know what I mean? I think like I think that price depends on everyone, right? Everyone has different financial situations. I think that it should have never been passports, to be honest. I think it should have been gems. I feel that, you know, people having that freedom to move around kept things refreshing for them. And now the feeling of being stuck and also tied down with the money thing, not good. It's not good. It was not good. It wasn't good for Rise of Kingdoms. It's not going to be good here either. I don't know a single person that's like, oh yeah, I love passports. You know what I mean? I don't know a single person that's like, I love, even bro, even people that were like, oh no, it's good that it's expensive because it kind of forces people to act right and learn how to get along well with others. I'm like, what the hell are you saying, bro? Force people to act right? Are you kidding me? That's like being in a relationship. That's like being in a relationship and be like, oh, yeah, it's a very toxic relationship, but figure it out, dude. Figure it out. Like, what? Dude, either you're happy or you're not, you know? And like I said, there's a lot of other aspects to the game that are very pay to win, but when you're starting to go into the realm of restricting people's freedoms of where they're moving, like, that's tough, man. That's tough. And like I said, a lot of us are fortunate enough that we could afford it, even though we don't agree with some of the prices. But some people are not. And there's some people that are... Someone made a wild comment when I was talking about that. They were like, oh, well, it's the spenders that keep the game going. Like, who cares what the low spenders think? Like, I was like, hello? There's no way you just said that. Like, I get it. Mid spenders, high spenders, whales, krakens are the ones that really get the ball rolling with the money. But it's like, how do you expand on the game? How do you grow a game? You get more people to go there. When more people go there, right? When more people go there, you're going to get more whales. You're going to get more krakens because more people are playing the game, right? Because a lot of people don't want to spend a bunch of money on a game that's not growing, right? So that's kind of the where I go with the idea of like there needs to be essentially more justice for low and free to play, low spend. Even some mid spenders are hurting from it. Yeah, I think this is around the time that I'm gonna cut my little rant short. Let me know in the comment section below some of the things that you guys feel should be changed. Type them down in the comment section below. With this video, I just kind of want to start the conversation with you guys because I do want to start getting involved in more polls, collaborating with other content creators to do upvotes on a lot of the recommendations that are getting put for the game. And I feel like together as a community, we can organize something to bring better things to the game, right? If we get a good amount of upvotes, like a few thousand plus, few thousand would be great. And just kind of see the direction that it goes, and we just want to be heard. With that being said, I know that a lot of my comments have been negative. I will say, like I said earlier, like, I still love the game, man. I have a lot of fun on the game. Even though, we had some alliances, let me not go down that road. But even though, like, our KVK could have been a little bit better, like, I still had a lot of fun. There was still a lot of fighting. We got, 3-point-something billion merits or something like that, which I think we broke the record. We beat Pay to Win's record of 3.2 or 3.3. Yeah, guys, I know a lot of you guys feel me, a lot of the things that I'm saying. And I just feel like I, as a content creator, along with other content creators, some of them are already doing it, but kind of come together and, kind of present it to the developers like, hey, like we as a community feel like this isn't good. We feel like this needs to change or that needs to change. And, and then at that point, the developers do whatever they want with it, right? But at least doing the best that we can to try to keep this game that we love going. Because that's all we want, right? For us as a community, we just want the game to keep thriving, man. And anytime we see something like super pay to win come in, or like something that nerfs, alliance credits, daily elixir production, I mean, you name it. You name it. I mean, dude. Oh my god. All right, one last rant. Okay. Even the whole new way that the game is like made in terms of end of season rewards, dude, a lot of low spend and mid spend players will maybe, like, if they lose the season, they're not going to get any eggs. Straight up, they're not going to get any eggs. Why? Right? Because they're not going to have Necros. And if I'm remembering correctly, they're not going to have Necros. They're not going to have Magmas. They're not going to have a Dragon. I don't know if the Magma gives you one, but a lot of them are going to struggle to get the 20 million merits because, 12 million merits is, you got to be very active. And if you're even some very active players might not have enough power. For example, my wife, she's 94 million power and she barely got to the 12 million and she was fairly active. She didn't RSS heal that much. I think like 100 something million probably, but now imagine the low to mid spend, like they're never gonna get that. They're never gonna get, like, maybe if they're killing farms or something, I don't know, but that new system is just botched. At least before, it was like, okay, you at least get this little 3-star right here. Like, you lost everything, but here's a 3-star. Like, thanks, like that. We took that for granted, right? And the thing is that a lot of players, there's a few players that are feeling the pain of the change of the end of season rewards. Like, yeah, I feel like, they are making and shifting towards like a better system. In terms of like the eggs, being able to save them, they're probably going to bring in skins. They're probably going to bring in other stuff in there, maybe in artifacts. I don't know. The possibilities limit. The possibility goes a long ways, but there needs to be other way for low spend and mid spend players to be able, or actually low, anywhere, and players that just lose the season period. Like, there needs to be more ways for them to develop their accounts. Right, like I said, let's just say you lost everything, but you were very active and you had the 12 million merits, and you didn't have the and the 15 million heal. That's still that's only 2 eggs. You can't even buy anything in the end of the season. Like, that is tough. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for the end of my rant here. We're coming close to 30 minutes. Let me know what you guys thought about this style of video, guys. I kind of speak my mind a little bit more. In a sense of showing like concerns and places that I hope that the game improves. And like I said, let me know in the comment section below if I'm sure there's some things that I miss. If not, I'd literally be here for hours. I've spent hours in Discord talking about things to improve and things that we wish to see. But for the purposes of this video, I try to keep it short ish. So let me know in the comment section below, what are some things that just irk your guys' gears? Like, what pisses you guys off right now that you guys want to see changed? Make sure that you guys are as detailed as possible. You don't have to write a whole essay, even though you guys, some of you guys do, and I still read it, but just let me know how you guys are feeling, guys. Express yourself in the comment section. Like I said, I'm sure developers or even some community managers take a look at those and see like, oh, wow, people are very upset right now. So yeah, do a little venting in there, guys. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like on the video. Okay, if you're enjoying the content also and you're not subscribed, hit that sub button, guys, because we got a lot of things coming around the corners. We got new commanders, we got all these new formations and stuff that I think is going to greatly change the game. So don't miss out on any of that content coverage that we're going to have here for you guys. Make sure you turn on that bell notification too. Lets you guys know when I go live or drop a new video. Okay, guys, until next time, it's your boy Guns. And I'm out. Peace.